What's up, everyone? And welcome to season 2, episode 5 of the RT show, where we deliver the talk again that is forever real. Hosting the show today will be myself, Jez, and fellow co-hosts Rich and Sai. And in tonight's discussion, we're going to be talking and reminiscing around our favorite Christmas movies and gifts as a child growing up, and also discussing the food aspects around Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and kind of reflecting on those really going forward. So, yeah, hopefully coming up to Christmas now. So, yeah, we're going to see how, obviously, with what's gone on this year, you know, what I mean, kind of coming up to the 25th, which is next week, with what's happened this year and stuff. Obviously, people's families, loved ones lost due to COVID, and all the stuff around politics as well, things around that, Black Lives Matter. It's almost like Christmas Day. I think a lot of people are waiting for that now, almost like to finish the year off because of what's been going on really around the world. Kind of just wanting to reflect and have that time really with family, and kind of, you know what I mean, finishing that 2020 year off and almost starting afresh. We know there's going to be still things going on next year, still tears that are going to be in the mix, still ongoing things going around in politics with Brexit, etc. But I think one thing I'm looking forward to is obviously spending time with family, and I think that's the key thing, and having a break from obviously the work aspect. I know everybody around the world has been busy as well, who are working, key workers especially. But I think having that time to kind of have, you know what I mean, quality time with family is the main thing really. But guys, how are you both? You looking forward to it as well, I take it? Si, I'll start with you. How are you doing? Looking forward to Christmas arising?
I am, yes. Just looking forward to just having a break, bit of downtime from the hecticness of work life. It'd be good just to see family, catch up, and just enjoy the festive spirit.
Yeah. Cool. Rich, how about yourself? How's things with you? You looking forward to it as well, I take it? Time with
Yeah,
family.
to be honest, it's going to be good to have a break from working on nights, because obviously I work nights, and since March, since lockdown, I was working throughout, and I've been doing like a lot of hours and doing overtime and stuff like that. So it's going to be nice because I'll finish Christmas Eve morning, so I'll go home, sleep, get up. We've all kind of got it planned out, so it's going to be nice to spend time with the family, and yeah, just sleeping and just sleeping and eating. Yeah, I can't wait for him. Bring on, baby.
Sleep, eat, and drink. Repeat. That's all you got to do, as you said.
No, yeah, juice, man. Juice, man. Yeah, juice, man. Yeah, I'll be drinking my juice, man. Or bongos, man.
Yeah, get them on bongos down, Rich. I know you love this.
What about you, Jez? What about you yourself, man?
Yeah, just I think with this year, especially from I suppose an IT background that I work on and working, I think even for the team I manage and stuff, I think it's been an incredibly busy year for us. And yeah, I think from the discussions I've had with all members of my team, I think we're all feeling the same way. Just looking forward to kind of finishing, having that break. I think a few people in my team, especially probably even myself included, we've probably not had enough time off really. I think it's just kind of been that week going through things, going through the motions. It's almost like every day is a busy day. There's no like time to switch off. So that's one of the things I've kind of looking forward to, just switch off really and kind of spend some time with family, and obviously meeting family as well. I think that's going to be a key thing. With the bubbles that are coming into effect, I think that's going to be good. And just seeing how that works, and I think having a few drinks, the food, having some rest as well when you can. I think that's going to be a more key thing that I'm looking forward to. And yeah, I just can't wait really. I think the year's gone fast. You probably noticed that as well, guys, haven't you? I mean, how fast it's gone this year. I mean, it was March when things started to come into effect over here in the UK, and it was like, wow, you know what I mean? Now it's March in the next 3 months. My son's going to be 1 in 2 months. I mean,
wow.
you'll probably be walking soon as well, the way it looks. So it's just all those things really. It's kind of just reflecting on how fast the year's gone so far. And yeah, I'm just grateful, you know what I mean, that we're still here. Obviously, I know things for you know what I mean that have gone on around the world. It's not there's people who've lost loved ones and um, they might not be able to spend Christmas time, you know what I mean, with people who are still ill as well in hospital. So it's all those things. I'm also thinking in the background as well. Those people that have, you know what I mean, not the ability to be able to do that, who are still critically ill and stuff with other underlying illnesses other than COVID, but that as well that comes into play. But yeah, I think let's talk about reminiscing. I suppose the Christmas gifts. Rich, I'll start with yourself. What would you say is your the favorite gifts as a child growing up that you liked around Christmas time?
Oh my days! I've had some gifts. But I think the best one I got was Sky Electric. I got this Sky Electric set. Oh my days! Oh my days! Like it was a big box. It was just a big ass box that was just there on the tree. But I ripped that open in 2 seconds, man. Just ripped it. And I wanted to play with it, but my mum was like, "Look, you got to clean up in it." So I had to obviously clean up all the wrapping and stuff. And my mum went downstairs to cook it, and I built that Scale Electric set, man. Took it up to my room, man, and boy, when I mean all day, I was playing it. Like usually, I used to just go down because like the tradition at my mum's house, it's like won't eat anything. But I would always try sneak down and try to take some of the food in it and get chased out of the kitchen. But like all day, me and the Scale Electric man, I was on it. Like it was like I think I was about 8 or 9 years old, but I just remember it. I was just fascinated by these cars going around, and I put like little traps and see if it like run over things and stuff like that, and just it was so like I don't think I've had a gift as a child that brought me so much joy. And then usually we have visitors around and they were playing it as well, and like it's just so much fun. It brought me so much fun. And yeah, I would even now I'm kind of just getting emotional thinking about it, just those feelings of, you know, as a child where you're just carefree, you're not having to worry about bills or this or that. You ain't got no worries. It was just me and this Sky Electric. And it was just
Wow.
it was such a beautiful thing. I think I still got it in my mum's attic. I might, when I go down to London, I'm going to get that out with the Nintendo and I'm going to see and just play with it with my daughter. Like, that's my gift, man.
Oh wow! No, thanks, Rich. Sai, how about yourself? What was your favorite gift as a child? Christmas gift?
I was thinking about this the other day, and I used to be into like army and guns and things when I was a really young kid, and I got this. It was like obviously a toy rifle. I'm not a raving lunatic, by the way. But I got this toy rifle. It was like a Rambo one from the Rambo films, and it had like this pullback thing on it, and it made quite a loud noise. And it always stands out to me, does that, because obviously the days after Christmas, the weekend days, particularly early on Sunday mornings, my mum and dad weren't too pleased that I was playing with that gun. And you know, when I first woke up on Sunday mornings, I can't remember what happened to it actually. It wouldn't surprise me if it accidentally got broken because of the amount of times I took a verbal beating for disturbing them early on Sunday mornings. That stands out for me. And also one when I was at 13 or 14, and I think I've spoken about this before in a previous show. It was a gift that my brother bought me when he had his first full-time job. It was the good old N64, the golden pack, and I just spent the whole Christmas holidays playing GoldenEye, and I think he got me a Rumble pack for it as well. So obviously then it must have been 1997, 98 when it came out. It was just awesome, you know.
Wow.
Obviously, graphically now it doesn't look too hot, but it is still such a great game.
Yeah.
It's a nostalgia, isn't it? I think the nostalgia of it.
And it wasn't overly complex, the missions, but I think it stands out to me because I spent pretty much the whole holidays playing it, like I said, and it was the first big gift that my brother bought me. I think because he had a full-time job, it was his first full-time job. He was still living at home. It was splashing the cash, and I was the lucky recipient that Christmas of. So yeah, they're two that really stand out for me, and just and stick out, because of, I think, probably what happened after Christmas, for both of those. What about you, Jez?
Yeah, for me, I think, to be honest, you mentioned two. I've probably got about 3 items that are quite nostalgic and memorable for me around as a child, especially around Christmas when it was just me and my brother really at the time. He was very young, but yeah, it was before obviously my mum had obviously my third brother arrived, so it was quite a nostalgic gift that I received, and it was obviously you guys remember Thundercats, Lionel. And
Yes.
obviously on my birthday, which was yesterday, with it being so close to Christmas, I got a Lionel for my birthday and then a Lionel for Christmas. So I had 2 Lionels, the ones with the eyes that light up. And I remember you had to put the batteries in the back, and they had the sword. And yeah, I remember having 2 of them, and I was like, wow, I thought I'd already have, you know what I mean, having 2 of them and playing with them, and just, yeah, they were memories that, yeah, that lasted, yeah, for a lifetime really. I think my brother started playing with it afterwards because he was like, wow, the eyes go red when he's obviously mad. So yeah, that was that was definitely a memory for me that probably I'll never forget, to be honest. My second one is probably my first computer as yeah, again as a child. It was a Commodore 64. You guys probably remember this quite well, the Commodores.
Oh yes.
Now, obviously, back in the day, you you either had the tape or you had the built-in where you put the floppy disk in. So yeah, that was, yeah, the Commodore 64 was something else. I mean, the games those days. I remember having there's a couple of games I had. It was like, I mean, I had a few of them. A few of them like similar to Alex the Kid, but they had different names. It was like so many. It was like basically it was like games that were all built in. So it was like 30 games you could play. But they were all random games like Space Harrier, or different games you could enjoy really. So it was, you know, what I mean, at the time it was learning about a computer, all the keys on the keyboard, and how to actually play them. And it was a bit weird because obviously you couldn't just turn it on. You had to do a command to kind of put them in. So for me at that age, around, it must have been 8 or 9, it was quite interesting, to be honest, thinking about how do these work. Because obviously my dad wasn't there at the time. It was just my uncle. He'd tell me he had an Amstrad, and he had obviously the tape part. So he had a lot of games for it, like Commando and Running Man, all those games that were Predator, games that I couldn't play as a child. But I used to see the little tapes of them, little small cassettes. I don't even remember the little cassettes that were games. So yeah,
It used
I
to
only
take
had
about 10 minutes to load the game, didn't it?
Oh wow, the patience with us as children those days. I mean, it was valuable patience because obviously we're waiting for something to load up. So yeah, that was I think the Commodore was definitely something to kind of remember, that was the first computer then, and look at what it is now in terms of technology. So how fast things have moved. So I think that's definitely a nostalgic gift for me. The third one, I think I'm going way back here even further now. When I was 4 years of age. Now this is a good memory of mine. Now I had the actual Knight Rider car where you put your feet in, and it was see Richard's faces. It had it obviously didn't have the activated kit. Yeah, it was the actual shape of Knight Rider, and it had the wheel. Because I used to watch Knight Rider, I used to hear it on. My mum and dad both used to watch it quite a lot, and my granddad and grandma did. So it was good to kind of when they knew it was on. I used to watch it. I used to love seeing the car and the red lights going across. Kit talking in his robotic accent, and it was just Yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant, and they actually got me the car for me to put my feet down. I could move around in the house, with whatever room I
Right.
had, in the
Was it
kitchen, to the
those
living room.
Flintstones type of cars where you had
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you
Right.
moved by, I was running, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was brilliant. That, but seeing obviously like a little convertible car that's so small but you could put your feet in.
You're a
Brilliant.
G. Oh my days. You're a G. You had the night right now. Oh, sorry, man. You're a
No, it's
G.
good, man. Yeah, it's just those memories, though, innit? You're never going to be able to get them back, and it's kind of like thinking about it at that time. Those are the kind of like memories for me that I'll always remember, even hopefully as I grow older. That I'll be able to say, Caleb, this is what I got. Rosalind, this is what I had as a little child. Um, yeah, it was obviously cheap, probably cheap at the time, but with how it's moved now, they're all automated, aren't they? A lot of the cars, so it's how it's
Yeah.
changed now. Don't have to put your feet through the floor. So yeah, that's how. Yeah, those are kind of my favorite gifts.
G.
We're moving on to movies, guys. What do you think of? I suppose I'm going to go to you, Si. Your favorite Christmas films growing up. What was your movies that you had on TV or kind of said, yeah, these are classics. I can watch them again, even as an adult. What do you think?
There's quite a few, to be honest. I was talking to Mrs. Selkirk about this the weekend, and one that always stands out in my mind is Santa Claus the movie. It was made, I think, about 1985.
Yes.
It's got Dudley Moore in it, who as an elf who kind of feels shunned at some point, and then goes and works for a big toy mogul, and almost who wants him to pretty much replace Santa in many ways. And that, obviously, watching it now, you can see the effects, when the sleigh's flying through the air. Obviously, a 1985 movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like movies of today look.
Yeah.
But that always sticks out because there was a nice, side story in it about a homeless boy, and how a rich girl kind of befriended him. And we watched, Mrs. Elcock and I actually watched a film at the weekend. I think this is why I was talking about it. One that was made, I think, last year, called Christmas Chronicles, and it was quite similar. One of Rich's favourite words there, chronicles. But it seemed it was quite similar in some ways with Santa, and where some children see him and then they end up helping him deliver presents on Christmas Eve. So it had quite a few similarities, and it really reminded me of Santa Claus the movie. Of course, another one that's it's not full on Christmassy, but it's set around that time. Gremlins. It is just
Yes.
it's just such a classic. I put that on actually a couple of weeks ago. They've got it on Now TV, and I just thought I just need to watch it. I've not seen it for so long.
The strange thing is, Si, though, we had that on recently, and my daughters were petrified of the Gremlins.
I can see looking at them now.
You
The Gremlins
traumatized them.
themselves, for younger children, they're quite scary looking.
Yeah. Obviously, when the water goes onto the normal ones, that start turning. Yeah, those type of Gremlins are scary.
Yeah. The Mogwais are fine because they could live.
Mogwais are cuddly and stuff. Yeah.
The actual Gremlins. Yeah. Well,
You're
the
big,
hooligans
man.
out there. I mean, they're trying to kill people, and so you can feel like.
Yeah.
But I think just as a child, I've probably watched it way before I should have, but it just sticks out because obviously Gizmo, the Mogwai, and then the massive contrast with Spike, is it Spike or Stripe, the leader of the Gremlins. So they're two big ones that always stand out for me, and of course Home Alone, the first Home Alone. I've got some of my favourite memories from Christmas memories as a kid, because we just used to sit around as a family, me, my brother, sister, my mum and dad, and we all really liked the movie, and it's just something that really stands out for me, and gives me a nice warm fuzzy inside because it was proper family time. You know,
Mm.
sat around all sharing laughs with the same film. No matter how many times we saw it, it just made us laugh, and it's just nice memories. So they're my childhood ones, and one now a more modern one. Probably described as a chick flick, but you know, I do quite like it. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Love Actually.
Oh, Rachel loves that. Yeah.
There's just see chick flick, but I'm
It's good,
not
man.
ashamed to say Love Actually. There's just some, you know, there's some very funny moments in it. When Alan Rickman's buying a present that isn't for his wife, it's for someone who he works with. But it's quite amusing the way they go about wrapping everything, and just the exchange between Rowan Atkinson, who plays the guy that's serving him. But then there's also some quite poignant moments, and like when his wife finds out that the present that she's seen isn't the present that he gives to her. So it's quite a nice easy film to watch. And I just like the way that there's lots of separate stories, but there's lots of links between those separate stories that kind of come together in some ways. So they're Christmas films that stand out for me that I could just watch over and over, I think.
Oh, cool. No, thank you, Si. Thanks. Rich, how about yourself? What movies stand out for you around Christmas time, especially the ones with the family, etc.?
All right. I've got two kind of additions to this. I've got the ones I watched when I was younger. And I can remember this, and I don't know what the hell our parents were doing to let us watch this, but it was Coming to America. Don't judge my childhood. Don't judge it, mate.
Classic.
It's a classic. Like I will watch that. I watch it every Christmas. With that and Trading Places, just watch it religiously. And I think I remember Jamie Lee Curtis in Trading Places. Yeah, that was quite weird. But yeah,
that scene. Yeah, I know what scene you're talking about, Rich.
Yes. But it was like, I don't know how the hell we got this on. Because sometimes during like the Christmas period, I would go over to my cousins' houses and stuff like that and be around family. And we used to like our parents would just be chatting and drinking and stuff, and we just got up to whatever we wanted to, innit? Like we just watched bare movies like Gremlins we shouldn't have been watching. There's a lot of movies like we had no business watching. But the reason why I like the movies, it's not when you're watching the movies, like you're reminiscing about the memories of being with the people that you love watching it and stuff like that. But yeah, my daughter's not watching Gremlins. Thank you very much. Not yet. I don't know. I can't believe you did that, Jess. That's jokes, yeah. But anyway, but it's kind of changed now. Obviously, like as I got older, you know those movies on Channel 5 that come in the afternoon, those really horrible, like corny,
full on B movies.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Like I love them. Like I watched one today because when Nova was at school, and it was so soft. It was terrible. It was really terrible. It was like I can't remember the name of it. I'm not gonna mention the name of it. It's like a musician. He's trying to find like his soul back to write a song for his comeback. And then he meets this woman at the airport, and you know what happens. You know they fall in love and all that. Yeah, it's a horrible movie. Yeah, but I will watch them all day. That's yeah. But
feel good. That's a better.
Yeah, feel good movies. Yeah. That's what I like. Yeah, feel good movies. Another movie I watched was Batman Returns. That's a dope movie. Anyway,
classic.
But the movies I watch with my daughter now, Home Alone, obviously. Elf, the one with Will
Ferrell?
Ferrell. Yeah.
Ferrell.
What else? We watched The Grinch, both
Yeah.
the Jim Carrey one and a cartoon one. You know, the one that
Oh,
came
the
out a
recent
couple
one.
years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, the recent one. We watched that. Santa Claus. You know, the one with Tim Allen in.
Yeah.
That one. And Jingle. Do you know what? I tried to get Nova to watch Jingle All the Way. She hated it. I was so disappointed. I've never been disappointed in my daughter ever.
No, my girls loved it, man. Yeah, they loved it.
I know, man. I know. Like, do you know what? I'm gonna force her to watch it tomorrow.
I don't think your girls have a choice, Jez, because Anna's in it, so you know.
I know.
Well, yeah. That's what you hear
Any
me
film
say.
with Anna.
Put that cookie down. And they say,
down. Put it down. Yeah, but it's like, it's just, I think for me, I like the feel good movies, but obviously we watched the one I don't like, Miracle on 34th Street. Nah, that's no.
I've never got into that either. Yeah, I've never been able to see it the whole way through because I've just not been able to get the Richard Attenborough one because there were two before that, and that was like the second remake. But yeah, I'm with you on that, Rich. I've never been able to get into it.
Yeah, he's an old dude, man. Tell him shut up, man.
I never really. I think I managed to put it on for my girls, but they kind of never found it hard to follow. Really, I think it was quite a difficult one to swallow, shall we say? But we probably won't. I mean, I've never seen it properly either. I think I've probably seen spoilers of it, but watching it in full, probably the disgust on all our faces.
The disgust on all our faces is so jokes. What about you, Jez?
Yeah, my movies. I think you probably mentioned a couple already, Rich and Sai. I think there's a couple there already. Jingle All the Way, a massive favourite of mine. Love watching it. I can watch that every time. Like Turbo Doll. Turbo Man, yeah, Turbo Man. And then he turns into a Turbo Man afterwards. I mean, it's just so funny. That's a brilliant movie. There's a few others. I mean, for me, Home Alone 1 and 2 are just classics you can watch every time with the kids and just laugh all day, really. I think the adult movies, as you said, the ones that we used to watch with family, especially the ones like Trading Places, again, I could switch that on and it's just still jokes, really, just the whole narrative of the film. And there's a few connotations behind it as well. If you probably understand how you Richard side as well. But obviously the situation around how much they bet on a black person.
The what? Yeah.
To get into trade. I mean, it is a funny film. Coming to America. What can I say about that? I mean, watch it over and over again. It's just a classic. We both obviously Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy. Both, you know what I mean?
James L. Jones. Can't forget King Jeffy Joffa.
Yeah.
The jacuzzi scene in
the robe is clean. Yes, bruv. Yes, bruv.
And it's just McDowell's. I mean, even that was just the cameo appearance from Samuel L. Jackson. Swept under his feet with a mop.
Yeah, got beaten up with a mop. Oh, do you know what? Sorry to interrupt you. They've released 2 pictures of Coming to America 2 today.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
And they said it looks good. I'm like, we're watching it. It's coming out the 21st of March. We're watching it together.
Yeah, we got to go out, guys, to see that. Hopefully, pending what's going on, obviously with.
It's on Prime. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah, definitely do.
Oh, sorry, sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, Jess.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool. I'm just trying to think of any other classics that I used to watch around Christmas. I think some of the obviously the Snowman. That's always one that's really good. You can kind of, I mean, it's a very slow cartoon, but you know, I mean, for the kids, they kind of really engage with it. Especially when I know Rosalind and Cameron watch it. Kind of the story of that.
I never liked that as a child, but now I do quite like it.
Yeah.
But as a child, I really just didn't like it.
Is it because it's the words?
Possibly as a child, I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it, but now I do quite like it.
I don't like it, man. I was waiting for the sun, man. Just melt it, man. Just everything, bro.
Melt the snowman.
Just melt the thing, bro. Like some dry movie. Some dry. Just.
It's only a 5-minute movie. Isn't it about 5-10 minutes? 10-minute
feels
movie,
like
isn't it?
3 hours, man. It feels like I'm watching Lord of the Rings without the enjoyment, bro. Some dry movie, man.
I mean, there's a couple of other classics. I mean, I used to watch Never-Ending Story. That used to come on around as well around Christmas time. The Goonies. I'm sure that again. I mean,
that's more
80s
New
classics,
Year's, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
That's
more New Year's that comes out. But again, around the season around now, it's a good film to kind of watch and reminisce on. And again, those are classics to me. Goonies, please do not remake that film. Just leave it alone because again, it's a classic. Well, all these remakes are coming out, aren't they? They're trying to do them, and I think it just spoils the nostalgia of the film when we were younger watching them. I remember getting I remember getting, again, this is probably going back to the gift side. I remember getting a pack of a videotape pack of Never-Ending Story, The Goonies, and He-Man Masters of the Universe. I mean, what can you say? What classics are those? That you can't. You know what I mean? I was watching them every day, more or less. And He-Man was another classic side. You remember Grildor, is it his name was?
Gweldor, with
Gweldor,
the keys to the different universe.
Oh no, that was a horrible movie, man.
Nah, no way.
That
was brilliant.
It was horrible.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. They got the right casting, I think.
Bruv,
yeah.
That movie was a bag of I won't say the word, but
a bag of goodness.
No, bro.
Bag of goodness.
No, a bag of floppy disk, man. Just useless. You stay apart.
Going back to the movies, though, I think there's so many you could choose from. I mean, nowadays it changes, isn't it? A lot of the new films. I mean, the girls love Frozen, so they watch that all the time. Really, they normally put Frozen 1 or 2 on. And yeah, I mean, there's a few American Christmas films that we've watched recently. There's one with Danny Glover on. I do recommend it for you guys if you do find it. You may have already seen it already. It's like a family Christmas film. I'll have to find out the name of it.
Idris Elba in it. Is it got Idris Elba
There's one with Idris Elba and Chris Brown in, and there's another one with Danny Glover in. The separate one.
Yeah, they're both good, those.
Yeah, both really good films. And,
I think one's called This Christmas.
That's it, yeah.
This Christmas. I think that might be the Idris Elba one.
Yeah, that was on recently. So, I love that one. Brilliant, really. And the other one with Danny Glover, I can't remember the name of it, but that's a funny one as well. And it kind of gives you memories of when my cousins from America used to come over and everyone had a laugh. You know what I mean? A sing. Everybody was just chatting, really, and that's how it used to be, innit? You know, those times when you had everybody around. The house used to be full up. Everybody used to be at my grandma's, grandma and granddad's. Obviously, you'd be sitting in the chair. My granddad would be rocking in his chair, chilling. Grandma would be making all the food, and obviously the aunties would be there helping out. So those are kind of like the memories I remember. And everybody, and obviously those kids would be sat watching a film that'll be on TV, and then the next movie that comes on, and then the next one, and it's just like, we would be sat in our element, really, just kind of playing with our toys and games. And those are kind of the major memories that I had from those times, especially with the movies as well. But that's kind of my movies in a nutshell, should I say. Moving on to the food, guys. I know this is a big one for you, Rich. I know you love your food. But I'll start with you, Rich, actually. What would you say what do you look forward to most in terms of the food? Around Christmas time.
But do you know what? It's just the one time in the year where you can just eat, be gluttonous. And that's what it is, just gluttonous. And just literally sit down and just go in a coma. It's just such a dope feeling. But in terms of dishes, obviously, I'm originally from London, and like my mum, I really miss my mum's cooking at Christmas because obviously, we're having to stay up here. But like my mum's macaroni cheese, she had leg and lamb. Like obviously, I don't eat meat anymore, but just the smell of it, like there was chicken, there was the stuffing, it was the potatoes. Like man, and then. And you just, it's so nice. Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know. It's like, because like it was kind of a buffet. like it wasn't like you got a set plate. It was like literally just a plate. Like you just made your plate, and it was like, especially with my brother and sister, like they're gluttonous as we're all kind of gluttonous for my mum's cooking. And it was like, look, man, like if I eat the macaroni and cheese, man, you had your chance, man. Like you should have just taken it. Like real talk. Like my mum's macaroni and cheese is my favorite. It's just so fucking so delicious. Oh, it's it's
You
just
see your mouth watering, Rich.
I've got tears in my eyes, bro.
Seriously, I'm just thinking about it.
Oh, I've got tears in my eyes, man. No, it's like, but I think the food's got the connection with the memories. It was literally me, my mum, Paris, and my brother and sister just sitting around the table, and literally my mum's just watching us, shaking her head like, why are you arguing about food when there's so much of it? Like, and like we're watching each other's plate and we're just sitting, and then we were just chatting. We're chatting the most foolishness, and it's just that, like it ties in with like my favorite memories. But obviously, yeah. Oof, macaroni and cheese, man. That's my dish. Macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese. It's a big one, isn't it? Sai, what about yourself? What do you look forward to most around Christmas time with the food?
I mean, I love just the full-on Christmas dinner, the works with the turkey. The pigs in blankets are always a favourite. Just pile them on. I even quite look forward to the sprouts. It's the only time of year I have them, but if you have a Christmas dinner, you've got to have sprouts.
Oh yeah.
The freshly made Yorkshire puddings, the roasties. And over the last few years, actually, I've developed a massive liking for cauliflower cheese. Just it's just so good. But lashings of gravy all over. Has to be lashings of gravy all over. Now, the thing is, Mrs. Selkirk's not a fan of turkey, and tries to have different things. But Christmas without turkey, it can't happen. You've got to have turkey in some form. Whether we have another meat as well, there has to be turkey there.
Right,
has to be turkey. Sausage meat stuffing. Get it right in there. Get the flavours out. Oh,
I'll get that aroma out
now. Just love it. And I'm a bit of a traditionalist as well. I like to have a little bit of Christmas pudding after. Again, Mrs. Selkirk's not a fan, so we do buy a Christmas pudding, and I'm the only one that has some of it. But something that always stands out for me, it's the stereotype that everyone makes jokes of, you're eating the turkey for days after. And I do live the stereotype at times and make a turkey curry Boxing Day, maybe a couple of days after. Actually, Boxing Day is usually a second Christmas dinner from the leftovers, and then the turkey curry comes maybe a day or two after Boxing Day. But yeah, just the amount of food, I think, like Rich said, it's the only time of year really where you can be so gluttonous and not really feel too guilty about it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well, it's Christmas. That's what you do.
It's Christmas, yeah.
You just eat and drink and be merry.
I agree.
It's totally just an unwritten law of Christmas. You've just got to overeat until you feel massively podged and fall asleep in front of trashy TV, one of Rich's B movies on Channel 5 or something. Like
that. You're down straight, man. Don't judge me, man.
But it's just, I think it's the whole shebang probably for me, the Christmas meal as a whole. But yeah, the main parts where I could just, pile them on, like I said, the pigs in blankets, the turkey, and more recently the cauliflower cheese is just yes. I'm going to stop talking right now because I'm really wanting some.
So
it's coming next week. It's coming
next week. I had some earlier at work actually today.
Nice.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm just like, it was pretty much all that what I've described.
Very emotional.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Oh, allow Oliver. What about you, Jez?
Yeah, for me, I think, I mean, the turkey, the capon. You know about the capon, the big chicken. Yeah, the capon. It's again, those are kind of like I just love anything around Christmas time. The good thing about it is you're eating with your family, you're being merry, you're having a drink. You can eat as much as you want. Probably have a sleep as well. Sleep it off because obviously your food's all digested after all that amount of food you've taken. And then, as you said, you're just kind of chilling for the rest of the evening, really, and either watching the kids, they're playing with the toys, you're helping them with their arts and crafts and stuff that they've got, and helping them build them up because obviously they'll be excited about things that they've got. Watching movies, and I think the turkey and the turkey part is just mesmerizing. And yeah, I think because we either do turkey or chicken sometimes. It depends on obviously people's preference. And then obviously there's the roast potatoes, the cabbage, you name it, vegetables, all the works, Brussels sprouts, the gravy. Sometimes I even have a dash of mint sauce as well with it. I know that obviously Mama Tina doesn't like that when I put the mint sauce with the turkey because obviously it don't go well.
That's what you like.
But if that's my preference, it's got to go
There
on.
you go.
Got to go on.
Gotta go.
Holla. Yeah, that's my in terms of puddings though. I know you mentioned something about Christmas pudding, but I've never been a fan, to be fair. So normally I go for the ice cream, and that kind of helps as well afterwards. But big part for me, obviously afterwards when it gets a bit later on in the evening, a glass of port with some cheese, a bit of a cheese board as well to help us. Bit of a card game with the father-in-law. Done and dusted then. A few whiskey shots as well afterwards. That's it, man. It just, you know what I mean? It helps you.
You really do push the boat out, Jez, man.
Go get that.
Gotta go.
Gotta get that. What's it called as well? We normally have as a glass of Lamb's Navy rum as well. Normally have a glass of that as well.
Yes. Mix your drinks on Christmas Day. Good, you, Jez, don't you? Yeah.
Whiskey, rum, beer.
Yeah, there you go.
Port. That's 4 drinks.
See, it was said it's a time for indulging, and over drinking, overeating.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Sleep off afterwards. You're just out for the count, innit? Because after that,
you're dead, bro. Dead up.
Honestly. I don't know how you do it. I'm just, when we were kids, we used to have the dinner at home with mum and dad, brother, sister, and then later in the evening, my cousins had come up, and my mum would put like a little buffet on, and the big homemade trifle. But we used to eat again, and it was just like now there's no way I could have the massive dinner that I have, and then have a buffet and a big bit of trifle and eat. Actually, now it's more have a starter, have my dinner, and wait a few hours before I have the Christmas pudding. I just don't know what's happening.
The good thing you mentioned, Si, as well, is the amount of food that's left over that lasts for a couple of days. Because I mean, if you said the turkey, chicken, if you've got, normally what we do is kind of chop it up into bits, put it into the fridge, keeping it fresh, and then you've got it for the rest of for another couple of days. Really, you can even use it as sandwiches, which we've done. We've gone out for a walk because normally we go out for a walk on Boxing Day. Kind of walk off the food. It's obviously still digested from the night before.
Work it off.
Work it off. So it does help. You need to go out for a walk. We normally do it on Boxing Day. And then, you've still got, as you said, the leftovers really, and then the platters on Boxing Day, New Year's Eve. You said that kind of helps as well. I do like that part because you said it's finger food really. You can just pick and choose what you want. If you want some peanuts or if you want, some antipasti olives, it's up to you really. I don't know.
Orange case, pineapple chunks. Yeah.
Pineapple chunks.
Yeah, man.
Mango pieces. You know what I mean? If you want some of those. Yeah, I love it though. I love it. It's great, and I think the kids they always look forward to it as well. I think the Christmas dinner part, because I know it's obviously they don't have as much as obviously we do as adults because of our smaller stomach is, but they try and keep up with us as much as possible. But yeah, it's good. I love it. Love every moment of it, and I'm hoping. So I can't wait now as well. To be honest, next week, then I'm hoping it's going to be a good one as well.
No, this chat's got me a lot more festive than I have been. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being a Scrooge. I'm not by humbug. I do like Christmas, but obviously this year I've just been a bit like, busy with work and that. But actually now reminiscing and just chatting about it, just can't wait.
Yeah, man.
Getting back in the Christmas groove.
Yeah.
Tensils are going to be coming out of you now, flying out of you now.
you guys all have you guys all got your gifts, the ones that you needed to get, and ready to roll on Christmas Day?
Yes, I've got one or two
Yeah.
just to get, because we've got Mrs. Selkirk. It's nice what she's done, but the more I think it's a bit sneaky, just trying to get more gifts out. She's got us these boxes, Christmas Eve boxes,
Ah, I see.
that we're going to just, put some gifts in and exchange on Christmas Eve. Obviously, it's the Christmas Eve box, so I've just got to get a couple of bits for that, and then and everyone else is done, which is quite organised actually this year, because usually it is
You.
having to get the last few bits for a few people, but no, we've been organised.
Yeah. I think Rachel's been doing quite a bit of wrapping. So for me, I've kind of got my last bits in. There's just a couple of bits I need to get from my brother. That's kind of it, really. I'm kind of done and dusted, and just the wrapping part now, which I've got to go through the next few days. That's I'm not. Yeah, I can't do it, me. I can't do them at all. I'm really bad at wrapping, but I've just got to get used to it. I know Rich there just kissing teeth. He must obviously love it.
I know,
he must be good at
it. Uncharacteristically quiet on this one, Rich.
What? No. I did my thing. Because for the last couple months, I've been buying gifts and stuff like that. So, because I don't get for too much people. I get from my brother and sister, my mum, Katie, Nova. I'm done. I'm done. That's me. With what me and Katie did, we bought gifts since September for Nova. So Nova sort. So I knew, and she had a birthday about 3 weeks ago. So I literally said, I'm not getting any more gifts, because she'll get gifts from my part of the family, her part of the family. She's the only granddaughter, so I don't need to worry about that as much, getting big extravagant gifts. I've bought I've played quite a couple tricks on my brother and sister. I've got them really good gift. I'll tell you off air what I'm gonna get them. I've got one, but I'm gonna get a really special one. When we get off air, it's gonna be laugh. You're gonna laugh, yeah. What I've got.
You're such a good big brother, Rich.
Yeah, man. You gotta torture them, man. It's the only way you have fun. And then for my mum, she's been wanting a decent Hoover, so we all came together and just bought her one, and I got insurance on it, so I bought it and I sent it down. That was 3 weeks ago, so I'm fine. And then what me and Katie do, we kind of say, look, this is what I want. This is what we say, this is what I want, and then that's it. And we give each other a little limit. We don't want to get too much. It's I think we've set a limit for £30 this year. Because we give the gift of our love to each other. That's our gift to each other. We're cheapskates basically, and spend money on each other. But rapping, man, I'm a G at it, man. I think I'm good.
You need to share your tips, and also with the listeners as well. Maybe share some tips on the best rapping styles.
Experience.
That is the best tip ever, Rich. Experience.
No, what you do, yeah. That's what can I say, bro? No. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you don't want so much rapping to do, don't buy so much gifts.
That's a good analogy there. That's our team.
That's up to you, bro. Get gift vouchers.
Simple, to the point, and actually,
that is it. Gift vouchers, envelope,
gift
email,
vouchers.
email.
Gift vouchers. If you get them online, get them gift wrapped, so you don't having to do the wrapping. Spend that
gift
extra.
bags. Gift bags are good.
Gift bags
at the top. Sellotape at the top of the bag so you can't see in it.
I'm not messing around. I ain't got time for that wrapping stuff.
Yeah.
I think with Nova's presents, because Kate likes to do the wrapping, so I'm good. I don't need to really worry about rapping, but I think I'm a good rapper, in terms of not singing career, by the way.
We can agree with you on that.
Yeah. Do you know what's jokes? Yeah, Katie's rapping is so eloquent. It looks so good, yeah. But you need like a blowtorch to get through it, like to get all the.
So
it's
when
like,
when Jez asked you for your tips on rapping and you said experience, the experience you were referring to is just letting somebody else do it, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, she likes to do it. Wait. No,
Experiencing letting
no.
other people do it, Rich. Yeah.
That sounds very misogynistic. No. Wait, hold up a sec. Yeah, hold up. Wheel it up. Yeah, look. Yeah, I rap gifts. Yeah, but Katie enjoys doing it. She prefers to do it. Yeah, I can rap, and I'll show you how to rap. Yeah, if you need some tips, I'll give you the tips. As you said, gift bags. When you get your gifts from like the shops and stuff, they offer to gift wrap it for you. Take that service.
Oh yeah.
If you only have a couple of gifts to wrap, all you do, you wrap it over the thing, wrap it over, and then you just cut it, bang, 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 and it's done. Like, it's not complicated. You just got to do it, man.
Not many companies or shops are doing that service now because of COVID, but they don't want to be
online.
I noticed that.
Online. What are you going into shops for? Online, man.
In one specific shop, I'm not going to say where, just in case Mrs. Selkirk listens before Christmas. It's the quickest. I've been to that shop a few times over the years. It's by far the quickest experience. I almost blinked and I couldn't believe it. I was almost bedazzled by it because I was just like, there you go. And I was like, because normally it's a good 5, 6, 7, 8 minute process with the wrap. And it's just like, whoa.
Efficient.
How? What?
Yeah, that's.
But then it does mean I need to wrap that gift now. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, I went to Harvey Nicks recently and I got something there for Rachel. And again, the lady asked me, she goes, "Oh, would you like me to gift wrap it?" I was like, my eyes lit up like saying, "Yes, please," because I don't want to be different. I don't want to be wrapping it myself because obviously how small the item was. You know what I mean? So I thought, yeah, she put it in the bag for me. She goes, "Thank you." I said, "No, thank you," because you've obviously helped save me some time as well. So it'll be a good 15 minutes of wrapping this because it's quite it's quite a difficult item to wrap, especially smaller boxes as well. I always find it a bit more difficult.
Gift bag.
Yeah, gift bag is probably the answer as you mentioned, Richard.
It's the answer that I've got because when we've finished recording this, I've got all my staff's presents to go and slip into gift bags and sellotape the top of. Because it's just it just saves time. They're awkward shapes, some of them as well, you see. So it's just gift bag.
Oh wow. Well, just to kind of wrap it up, really, I suppose this is to the listeners out there. I just want to kind of say to them, thank you for listening to us overall, really, over the past, 9 to 10 months since we kind of started. Obviously, it's been 11 months, to be honest. It's Feb. We did our first show, put that online, put it out there. So again, I think because it's obviously been the start of our RT show, we're in the second season now. We're still continuing the journey. Thank you all for listening over the past episodes that you've kind of tuned into. The feedback we've had has been great. But don't forget about us. Next year, we'll be back. We're gonna have a bit of a break, and we're back for continuing obviously the second season still. We're gonna have more guests, hopefully some celebrities. So look out for that as well. I see Richard shaking his head. Who's it gonna be? Don't worry, we got a plan. If obviously we probably want just look after look after yourselves, stay safe, enjoy your Christmas break, enjoy time with your family, stay strong throughout this as well. I know it's difficult for everybody. People have lost loved ones. People have had people are in hospital, etc. So just stay strong throughout and spend as much time as you can with the closest and your nearest and dearest, really. We'll be back next year, early next year as well. We plan to be back with some brand new episodes, and just wishing you all a very Merry Christmas from all of us at the RT Show. Thank you for listening.